No, what the fuck are you doing? What are you doing? Bro! Here you go. So should I react like that one guy that goes like, oh no! Oh my god, what the hell? Hey guys. I thought I would make this video kind of give you my 2 cents on the PAYDAY 3 beta after playing it for like 15 hours, playing the same heist over and over and over. But I wanted to divide this video in my pros, my mixed, and my cons. So starting off with the pros, let's get the obvious out of the way. The gunplay feels amazing. Like, there is no other way to say it. The animation are just perfect. The guns feel heavy and have a really good impact. And it just feels good. There's nothing else to say. There's not a single gun that I play with that I was like, I don't know, these animations are a bit lacking. There are some minor tweaks that needs to be made, like the empty reload on the new SMG. I can tell that, yeah, it's a little bit rough. The magazine feels like it's clipping a little bit, but, you know, that's an easy fix, I would say. Graphically, obviously, the game looks amazing. It really feels like they took the art style of PAYDAY 2 and I don't know how, somehow managed to replicate it in Unreal, which I thought it was impossible. Since the diesel engine, I feel like it's one of the major factors of why PAYDAY 2 looks the way it does. But yeah, I've seen a lot of people saying like, oh yeah, this part of this heist kind of looks like Hit Street, and this part kind of looks like the jewelry store, and this part looks like this. And I was like, well, is it like that part looks like that heist, or perhaps they managed to actually get the art style properly together, you know? I think it's the latter. But yeah, I'm just amazed at the fact that they actually managed to achieve that. The other thing I like a lot definitely is the new design philosophy that they introduced in the later PAYDAY 2 heists, especially the last two they released, where you can do the objectives in whatever order you like, which is great for solo players because it means that you can actually do multiple tasks around the map instead of having to just wait around for a drill to be done or for an hack to be complete or something like that. It actually gives you something to do. But it also works really well if you're playing with like 3 of your friends, because at that point you can actually divide tasks between each one of you. Let's say you're playing this new heist on stealth and you're like, okay, you take care of the red keycard, you take care of the blue keycard, you go take down camps, meanwhile I'm gonna secure this floor. So it can actually give a chance to create team coordination, which is awesome, honestly. And another thing that falls into that, it's the new difficulties, which, okay, the names might be the same with, you know, normal, hard, overkill, whatever, but the new thing they introduced is the fact that every difficulty actually has slightly different objectives. So it's not just a matter of like how much XP or how much money you're gonna get at the end of the heist, but a matter of how hard is it gonna be to achieve something. Like, for instance, if you're gonna play the heist on normal, let's say loud, at the end of the heist, the game will actually tell you where the things to interact with are. Meanwhile, if you're gonna just jump to hard, the game is not gonna tell you. You're just gonna have to find them yourself in the map. They're still gonna be highlighted once you're close to them, but that still requires some map knowledge, which is awesome. Not to mention, I've seen people stealth these heists in Overkill, and to make things harder, they add a new guard that if you kill, the pager will go off randomly as many times as it can. And to access the top floor, you're gonna have to do an extra objective instead of finding the door just open. Like, all of these tiny little details that will actually make the experience different depending on what difficulty you're playing as. I think that is genius. And speaking of loud gameplay, I have to say, I'm just amazed on how they managed to do it, but the AI feels incredible. No longer cops will just randomly swarm you all together and then just stand still in front of you and shoot you. No longer will Cloaker just stare at you for 5 seconds before kicking you down. AI will actually take cover, will actively try to dodge your bullets, will do callouts like, oh guys, there's a shield, everybody behind the shield, and the shield going like, okay guys, get behind me. And then you have the enemies going like, oh shit, there's a dozer, come on guys, make way for the dozer, let him charge the heisters and kill them. Like, it's insane to me they managed to do that with the resources they have. I know, probably I'm just underselling overkill a lot, I can feel in this video, but I don't know. It's just like after you've been playing Payday 2 for so long, you start to think like, okay, well, Payday 3 is just gonna be more of this, but with some graphical improvement and minor tweaks. But no, they just went above and beyond in this game. Overall, speaking of the game, it seems like it's gonna be a fun grind. The XP rates seem a little bit generous to me, which means that it's not gonna be like, oh, I want to level up this gun, and unless they do some kind of double XP events, it's gonna take me a week to do that. No, actually, I've managed to get every gun to the max level for the beta is like level 7 right now, in 5 to 6 heists, I would say. And another thing I like a lot is the fact that the weapon XP, it's not forced on the weapon, as in like, okay, you use this weapon to kill, let's say, 100 cops, so you get this much XP, while your secondary got this little XP because you only kill like 10 people with it. No, like the XP rate is more connected to the heist itself, which means if you're gonna stealth a heist, you're still gonna get weapon XP. So I can already see a lot of people carrying a gun that they don't really enjoy using without attachments in a stealth heist just to get the gun to like level 5 to have something to work with before bringing that in loud, which I think it's a smart move instead of having to force yourself to play a heist with a gun that probably sucks with iron sight and no actual attachments. So this was very, very smart on their choice. Not to mention players that do enjoy stealth only, and they could feel ripped off and feeling like they have to play loud to actually level up their guns, unlock new attachments on their pistols or pistol shotguns. I don't know if there's gonna be pistol shotguns at launch. Definitely there's gonna be a shotgun you can attach a silencer to, so that's probably gonna do the same job. And speaking of the weapon attachments, I can tell that it took a lot of inspiration from this new era of Call of Duty. And I'm not saying this to discredit them. I think that was a very, very smart choice, because the gunsmith system they introduced with Modern Warfare 2019 and Cold War is a really smart way to feel like your gun is evolving with you. And, you know, they could have easily tied the attachments to the player level, but then at that point you would just jump to another gun and having all of the attachments unlocked, which kind of removes that feeling of evolution, compared to having a gun starting from 0 and then slowly working your way towards unlocking every attachment until you find the ones that you really, really like to play with. As I said, they took inspiration. They didn't outright rip it off, because they definitely kept that Payday 2 flair of having to buy your own attachments with the money that you earn. And it's really smart as well to not make those attachments hidden behind coins that take a long time to get with challenges like in Payday 2, but put them with money and you know, giving you an excuse to actually go out of your way to heist as much as possible inside of the heist in Payday 3. And the last of the things I want to talk about that I liked is definitely the Heister's AI. They could not have made it more useful even if they tried. It's probably gonna be better to have a bot than an actual random player in a pub match. I'm not even kidding. If you're a stealth player, they can be very useful because they will actually call out if you have a camera or a guard nearby you. And if you're playing in loud, not only they will be able to carry bags like in Payday 2, but not move at a snail pace, but actually retain a real player's movement, but they will also drop deployables that you need in between the assault waves, which means if you have no armor, they will drop an armor right in front of you. If you are low on ammo, they will come to you and drop you some ammo. It's fantastic. Seriously, thank you so much for this change, because sometimes I dread to play certain Payday 2 heists, especially on stealth, just because I'm playing them alone, and having some bots that will actually carry bags for me and not being super slow, and bots that will help me so it doesn't force me to run around the map to look for ammo or something like that. It's incredible. Thank you so goddamn much, Overkill. Anyway, now that we're done with the goods, let's get with the mix. This is gonna be very short. The only things that I like, but I think that could be improved upon, are definitely the resources you can get out of hostages. In case you don't know, in between the assault waves, you're gonna get a chance to trade a hostage to get resources. Right now it seems like the only resource you're gonna get is a medkit, which restores one little bit of health. And I don't think it's a bad idea, absolutely not. I just think armor in this game is far more important than health. Because once your armor is gone, it's gone. It's not like Payday 2 that will automatically reload. No, this game is like your armor is gone, you better have an armor bag. And medkits honestly don't cut it for me. I think either they make it so that there is a 50-50 chance of getting an armor or a medkit, or you just make it, you know, like a skill that only gives you armor. Find a way to implement an armor drop, because I have had games where I traded 15 hostages and I had a floor just filled to the brim with medkits that were just useless to everybody in the team. And the other thing that I like but I'm mixed about is definitely Wolf new voice actor. Don't get me wrong, the guy did an amazing job. His voice talent is really damn good. It's probably one of my favorite heisters to play with, I have to admit. It's just that it doesn't feel like Wolf. You know, oh, my nostalgia. But no, I think they should have just gone the way to either add a new guy that took over the role of Wolf, or just straight up made a new character and maybe make it like a similar mask, kind of like a Houston situation basically. But that's not gonna stop me from enjoying Wolf at all, to be honest. I'm definitely gonna play with him a lot. And now we're gonna get to the cons, basically the stuff that I really didn't like a lot. Don't worry, it's nothing like game breaking or that's gonna be like, oh shit, this game is gonna suck on release. It's mostly just some minor things that definitely could use some improvement. For example, the special units, they seem to have specific spawn points. That's not like a really bad thing, that might be just related to an engine limitation. It's just that every time I was hearing a bulldozer is about to come or a taser is gonna come, and especially the sabotage unit, every time I knew where they were gonna show up, and every time I was just going there, killing them and be like, okay, that's done. It just makes them too predictable, in my opinion. And speaking of special units, I feel like some of them are a little bit hard to read. The taser, or I should say the zapper, it's definitely one that stands out, but in comparison, the dozer, unless you're actually pinging him, I feel like you would not be able to notice him from really far away. Sure, he does have different animations and everything, but his color scheme is practically the same as a SWAT unit. So many times at the end of the heist, I thought I was fighting for a split second a normal SWAT unit, and then no, here's a guy with a big ass shotgun that just charges me and fucking kills me instantly. So maybe like a slight tweak to his textures could work. Just give him like either that classic green color from Payday 2, or even some specific paint job like the skull dozer or something like that to make him stand out. I feel like that would improve it a lot. The only gameplay factor that's related to the player's control that I didn't like has to be the explosion radius. Not only is it way too huge, which sometimes will lead me to down myself or worse, destroy my armor, which I already have a hard time understanding how it works, and you know, it would just making me scared to actually use my grenades, and especially use the only overkill weapon that's available in this beta, which is this war machine grenade launcher type of weapon. Because every time I was equipping it and I was trying to load in on a bunch of cops in front of me, I would immediately unalive myself, and it just didn't make me want to use it. Not to mention that there's also friendly fire with explosions, which is just dumb. Because it happened way too many times that I was just fighting some cops in an area, and then a teammate was throwing grenades at me, trying to help me, and then immediately demolishing my armor, which is super important in this game. Meanwhile, a problem that I have with RNG, which I don't know if it's related to the build that we got in this beta, but every time you restart a heist, the RNG mechanics are literally the same. If you're playing a heist where the red keycard room is gonna spawn on the roof and you restart, the red keycard room will always be on the roof, no matter how many times you restart. Like I said, that could be related to the build, but I really hope that when the game comes out, that's something that's not gonna be in the game, because I feel like that's gonna make dumb strategies of people trying to play stealth and then literally like getting in the heist, seeing how the heist is, and then leave and restart until they get the RNG they like, so they can keep that. I feel like having the element of surprise in case you fail a heist would be something that's almost required in a game like Payday 3. And speaking of the restarts, by the way, I really hate the fact that the restart requires all of the 4 players to ask to restart, to actually restart. I would really appreciate if they did like a democracy system where if there are 4 players in the lobby, only 3 of them need to say yes to actually restart, because it happened to me far too many times that 3 of us wanted to restart and then there was a mouth breather just sitting AFK at spawn doing nothing, and we literally just had to play the heist on loud, although we wanted to retry stealth as many times as we wanted, but yeah, because of this one guy we couldn't. So yeah, either they're gonna introduce a vote system like TF2 has, or like I said, a democracy system which takes the majority of the players to decide an action, and then this one guy can just be like, okay, well, I don't want to restart, I don't want to be this, okay, I'm leaving, goodbye. And I know I mentioned this earlier, but yeah, the armor system, it just feels confusing as hell. Like, I have no idea what the red means. I guess that's like armor that I've lost that I cannot gain back, but at the same time, then why having the part that literally doesn't have any armor? The flashing one is definitely the one that comes back, but sometimes it takes too long, sometimes it takes a second. Maybe just something that bugs me right now because I don't understand it. We'll see when the game comes out. And to close off, I definitely have some small nitpicks. Those are not necessarily bad, they're just things that probably bug just me. But I just kind of don't like the fact that there's no pickup animations when you pick up money from the safe or money in general. I wish there was a way to kind of indicate to you that you did that action, either by doing an arm grab movement or a sound effect like in Payday 2 if they really don't feel like animating that. Although I think the arm movement will go a long way. But again, it could be just something that hasn't been implemented yet in this build. We'll find out at the release of the game. I also don't like the fact that the pager lines trigger after you interact with the phone. I don't know, to me it would make more sense that as you're answering the phone to answer the radio, you were speaking while your phone is out, rather than just hold the button on the phone and then have the character speak after. Another thing that bothers me, it's definitely the green filter on this heist. It's not that bad in the bank area, but when you get to the street area, I just feel like a nuke is about to go off. I'm about to just be teleported in Fallout 3, Nuketown or something. Wait, no, that's not Nuketown. What the fuck? It's Megaton or whatever. God damn it, Nuketown. And the last thing that bugs me is that players, please listen to the damn contractor, and if she says to not overdo it with a thermite, just throw one thermite, wait until the flame goes down to throw the second. Don't pick them all up and throw them in. Jesus Christ, I cannot stress that enough. Anyway, overall, I think the game is incredible. I'm really enjoying it on all of the aspects, and I honestly cannot wait for this thing to come out, because I am having a lot of fun with it. You know, if you like, you can sub to the channel. I'm definitely gonna bring a lot more Payday content, whether it's 2, whether it's 3, and I've already streamed the game a lot on this YouTube channel, and you know, it's been fun, as you can see from the clips that I put at the beginning of this video. So if you want to just drop by the stream, say hello, ask me any question, and I'll see you in the next one.